Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 with the SFO and the Old World mod slammed together in a one into a mega mod. In this video we decide to continue to push against the Sylvanians, push against the vampire counts. This annoys them a little bit. I try and use the ambush and force march trick. It works a couple times against the undead. However, it doesn't work the last time and I get ambushed by every undead in the world. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are back with Drycha in Total Warhammer 3. And at the end of the last episode, we essentially had Drycha here ready to do the little ambush and force march trick. So I know that Lord Skrolk, and he has an army around, well, Lord Skrolk and another army is around David Hasselhoff just here. And I know that obviously the Empire are just here as well. So, am I still... Okay, they still hate me for trespassing against them. I think I am still trespassing against them, to be honest. Okay, I am trespassing against them. Well, Drycha is, but she's in ambush stance. So I've got this Sylvania army coming up who can, in theory, has the range in march stance to get to Mordheim, which I ideally don't want to happen. I have this really good build in Mordheim, which is pure petrified oak, gives me growth in all provinces, minus upkeep for dryads, and that's really it. So minus upkeep for dryads for all armies. Most of my armies, their base unit is the dryad, so that's quite a good upgrade. So we're going to see what happens this turn, over the overturn, and then I've got the second army or third army down here, who is essentially making his way to start clearing out some of these settlements to give to the Tomb Kings. So Tomb Kings they are going to lose. Hold on. Sorry, it's lagging a bit here, but hold on. They've got three stacks. Well, they've got three armies here. Not so much stacks. They've got three armies here, and a settlement. They might be able to hold off this war. So that's one of the armies from the war because it hasn't got the war bonus. These are just two obviously random armies. They could actually hold this off. Oh, the Crooked Moon. They've got a war as well. So there's two wars at the bottom here. So ideally, I want to start picking off some of these settlements while the Bloody Hands are busy elsewhere. If I can make him weaker economically, although he's going to continue to win battles, but make him weaker economically and assist the Tomb Kings by giving them more and more. Obviously, the dwarves are going to hate me, but the dwarves aren't really doing very much. So, you know what? Stuff them. I think I'm going to send my... Because Reichland aren't doing very well at the moment either. So I'm going to send Drycha in this army. Once this is all clear, I'm going to send them through here to start taking out all of this area and essentially give it all to Reichland. Because the stronger Reichland is, there are one warg to the west here, there's one warg to the north, which I need to worry about, and the buffer for those, because they can only cross in certain locations, being orcs, the buffer is this location here, which is owned by Empire, and the other buffer is the Empire on the western flank. So the stronger the Empire is, the better chance I have to win. And that's a lot of me rambling, so I do apologise. Let's see what these guys are going to do over the overturn. So Lord Skrolk fell for it. This is what I wanted him to do. So this is going to drastically weaken the Skaven in this area. And yeah, they fell straight for the ambush. So I'm just going to auto-resolve this again. It's a decisive victory. I'm pretty happy about that. And then I'm just going to give them the health regen. So now we've got Sylvania to worry about in this area. So I've been trying to chase the Vlad von Carstein. Trying to chase him. So these two armies, so I'm going to try and do the trick where I get them to attack my army, which is in force march. So he's in range. Just move this slightly closer. So this army up here is not in range to get involved, but these two are. So these two should attack him. And obviously Drycha's in ambush stance right next to them. So that's my plan. Obviously we've got a few armies down here, but if I can manage to at least take out these three stacks, that's going to be huge. It's going to weaken them significantly, probably to a point where I can actually push them back with just those two armies. And this army down here is just continuing the good work and is just marching through these lands, just taking city after city where he can, that is, because some of them he's going to struggle. Like this one he might struggle to take out on his own, but he can just raid them until a rebellion shows up, which is actually a good idea. Put you into raiding stance. Raiding stance, he also gets a bit of experience as well, and obviously the money is quite nice. I did upgrade the Veil Webs, so this is now going to be going up to the final tier, which is awesome. What other I'm running out of research to get. That'll do. So I wouldn't mind. You know what? That one will do, actually. Cooldown on shadow spells is actually what Drycha uses. I'm not going to upgrade any of these. So obviously I want to get rid of all these notifications because they're really annoying. So this is actually quite useful because these recruitable units, you've got the Shabty, they're good units. So Shabty Great Bow. So they're actually quite... And the Tomb Scorpion is a good unit as well. But I'm actually going to do this. Construct an outpost there. Okay. Thanks. I don't want to talk to you. So should be building an outpost here. Construct outpost. Yes. And then done. So it's 3 turns until that's completed. It's a pretty safe location to have an outpost as well. So we're all relatively in a good place. I think he's being pushed back to the south. Yeah, so he's losing a lot of ground to the south. And so this war to the south is absolutely destroying him. So I kind of need to help him as soon as possible. So all of his armies, he had 3 stacks. Was it Trollzag or Thunderman? He had 3 stacks here somewhere. And obviously that got stomped. And he's got 1 stack here defending. And I don't think that's going to last very long. So I need to give him as much zone and territory as I can to the west. Hopefully that will do something at least. So one of their armies fell for it. Failed to spot my ambush and went straight in. So Drycha's army is here. That's one of the 3 that's going to be destroyed. So let's see what comes of this. Yeah, barely any damage. So I'll happily take that. So I may have underestimated how strong Sylvania is. There's a few armies here. So you've got the von Karnstein, these guys, and you've got Vlad von Karnstein, obviously their legendary lord, just sat here. Yeah, I can see why Empire was struggling, if I'm being completely honest. As long as my 2 heroes stay together, they should be able to deal with that, whatever that is that they're going to send at me. Ideally, I want to get some more. I don't want glade. I want whatever gives me tree men. So probably best to do this one. And as long as he stays near the camp, he should be okay. I'm going to now gift this to the Empire. So gift trade settlements. I'm going to give you... Is it Hasselhoff? Yeah, give you Hasselhoff. It's a more kind of buffer between me and them. The better it is for me. So if they decide to try and push east, they're going to go through the Empire first. They're less likely... I think the AI is less likely to push through another zone to get to you. I really want military access. But he's going to continually get annoyed every time I give him another settlement. Or every time I go through his lands. But he accepted my offer at least. He's now 11th in strength. Obviously these guys are 7th. And I'm only 14. So according to the stats, I'm not very good. Build and upgrade. What can I upgrade now? So now I'm actually in some positive money. I don't really want any of those. Great Dragon. Nah, I can avoid that. And that is my turn over. So I am sieging a city down here. Talking of cities, I can now give this one to the Tomb Kings. I've now moved away. So I can trade settlements. I can trade him Brovskova, Black Falls. I can trade him that one as well, to be quite honest. I can trade you that. I don't really need anything else from you. I can balance it, but I don't need the money because he's going to need the money more than I do. So I'm just going to give it to him. There we go. And then I've got the two towns here, but as they're linked to my forest, I'm just going to leave them under my control. And there we go. So he's got another city that should keep him going for a little bit longer. Then once I take these, he should have a free route to get east and west. But let's see how well this one's going to go. Because it was going to be a defeat. So I was essentially waiting for him to sally out. And so far they're not sallying out at all. So that might be a longer siege if needs be. I think I've got him. So there is 3 armies all next to each other. Obviously this is the weakest one. This weakest one was in force march stance. And these other 2 ones, which are just for the zombies, a few okay units. Graveguards are okay, but mainly zombies. And you've got Vlad von Karnstein himself just here. Close victory. Don't even need to fight it. Job done. That is the large part of their army gone. So it's the 3 stacks that were just to the south. One of them managed to survive. How dare you? So 3 stacks that were just there. They do have 1 stack, a bit of a stack here. So 1 stack, a few units, and then a couple units here. So Drycha is essentially vulnerable at the moment. However, she can essentially just go invisible, and I can move him back to a position where he can't be hit. However, I could move her slightly closer. I think the border's just here. The border is just there. We'll move him over to the border so he no longer takes attrition. She will take attrition over the end turn, which is not the end of the world. So hopefully they will take the bait, attack him, and as his army is stronger, Drycha's army is slightly weaker. But if they attack him, we'll be in a good position. That's if they... There we go. Some extra hit points for Drycha. Really good trait from taking out Vlad von Carstein. So they may take the bait. They may fall for it. They are in range. Not all of their units are in range, but some of them are in range. So ideally, I want to then get back to Horno and replenish my troops, and then send... Ideally, I want to take out these Skaven, so I have just left them there. I'm not going to tell these guys to leave my territory. I've almost got enough faction, well, enough like with them for them to listen to me and give me a military alliance. So it might be worth me pushing slightly further to the west, taking more of these cities off of them, giving them, as I take one, I'll give the previous one to them, until I've got to a point where I can get military access. I think that's actually probably the best bet to do. Once again, I can do stuff in this town. Nope, not going to touch it. Down here, this army down here, I realised it wasn't strong enough. Dryads are good, but I just need slightly better units. So I'm going to just sit him here, get him some more units. And obviously, the Tomb Kings are drastically losing ground, so I don't have much time. Their armies are going to be here relatively soon. I think they're at war with the dwarves as well. They're not at war with the dwarves. They should be at war with the dwarves, that's for sure. They're at war with these dwarves, so maybe nothing's going to stop them from heading north. But maybe I can take out the odd army here and there. But we'll see what happens over the overturn. And as predicted, another army of Sylvania has just attacked me. It's their smallest army, but hey, they fell straight for the ambush. I don't know what they thought they could do against this army here, to be quite honest. So I think the AI is physically broken. It doesn't look at what the army has or how big the army is, because there's no way this force here could have taken this force. Even if they're in force march, zero chance they were going to be able to take them. So I think the AI is slightly bugged. It just sees a unit in force march, let's go. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's another army of the Sylvanians down. They are now... Because I took out so many of their stacks, they're very low when it comes to the... I can't see it here, can I? No, they're very low in the world rating now. They're not fourth on the world rating. They're lower than what I am now. So I think they're like 16th now, which is great. This is not ideal. I'm not sure where all these armies came from, but this is apparently a valiant defeat. So we'll... yeah. That's not ideal. Lots of zombies. Lots of zombies. I think this is doable. If I fight this, if I'm going to be completely honest. This is definitely doable. So let's give this a go. So we are back. So we are... This is their first army, is their biggest army. And they're probably the most worrying army. I don't have very many Vanguard units anymore. So it's just a few Dryads here. And my Lord and the random hero I've got. So they're going to be on the front row. I intend, because as these come in, I intend to use my flying units, because these guys will be coming in roughly the same time. So I'm going to be using, so it's 1 minute and 48 seconds. So I'm probably going to use those and a couple, and at least, I want to try and take them out as they enter. And there's a fair few of them, to be quite honest. But if I get my flying units to go down there and try and harass them as soon as possible, if I can, and then my main army, the army just here, can just hit their front line as soon as possible. So these guys will just rush in, try and do as much damage, because this is a full stack here. The rest of them aren't full stacks. Then obviously I'll get my reinforcements in a minute and a half. So I could turtle and wait for them to come to me, but I think this is probably the best bet. Annoyingly, they spawned over there, which would make sense, because that's closest place for their reinforcements. Right, so I do want my hero to be focusing as much as possible on, well, essentially sniping theirs. Any of their heroes he can take out. Let's take out... Okay, you guys just focus those. You guys focus those. Zotes, see if you can get involved. Just need one Zote on those. So I've got all my heroes essentially attacking these. All my bats. These aren't bats, they are eagles. And then you can focus on... Right, you guys are just being pounded there. Get out before too many of them arrive. They are just against zombies. These guys should be able to just take out all those zombies as well. Whereas my tree man has just arrived, which is good. Okay, these guys are okay actually against all those. It looks like they're doing magic against my troops here. Let's get you up here and let's start taking out some random units. I'm losing these actually to terror. It looks like they're just losing all of their leadership, which is not ideal. Right, so you just keep firing. I want them to get relatively close so I can use this against more of them, which like that. Might lose a few dryads there, but it should be okay. Annoyingly, they are attacking, which I didn't want them to attack. Here comes my actual army now. Well, my second army, I should say. Let's bring these in as soon as possible. You can come down here. Dryads, you guys just come up here as well. Drycha, you just get there involved there. You can summon a unit of dryads just to defend the archers. You actually summon a lot of dryads, to be quite honest. Just being essentially flanked here. Right, you guys all... It's going to be quite a lot to try and deal with here. You guys also get involved there. Zotes, you just get into the battle. Essentially just telling all their units just get into the battle. Don't care who they attack. Just attack someone. You aren't fighting. You aren't doing anything either. I've given most of them an order. These guys on down here don't seem to have orders either. You guys fight those. My legendary lord, my second lord hasn't got an order either. You can continue. You try and take out Vlad himself. And you can use another one of these on this front row there. That looks very tasty. You try and push. Yeah, that did a lot of damage to them. And a pit of shades will do quite nicely just there. Right, warriors have started fleeing. It's not ideal. A pit of shades did a lot of damage. Essentially took out an entire unit just then. You help those spearmen. You guys go try to take out those crypt ghouls. Right, Drycha, you help. You try and take out those. Right, where is the rest of my units? Okay, the rest of my units seem to be okay-ish. Just need this blob here to do better. Obviously, it's easier said than done. How are you? Okay, you're not really doing much damage right now. Drycha has your magic. Another one of these would be ideal. It's 12 magic. I don't have that at the moment. These Zotes are heal yourself. If you're able to heal any of these units, would be great. You guys are still making your way to the battle. Awesome. Now it looks like a lot of my units have just been run over. This is a bloodbath here. I'm losing a lot of troops here. Where are my Zotes? Where are you guys? You guys just decided to just run off the battle. Well, do your own little thing up there. Give yourself some strength. Give yourself some health. And keep fighting. All these archers, where are you? I don't think I've given you any orders yet. It's just move into the battle. Okay, Drycha is essentially not doing anything at the moment. Defend yourself with some more troops. And then this, if you can use that down there, that'll be amazing. She might need to move for it. That didn't do as much damage as I wanted to. That's fine. Pit of Shades, she might have enough when that's free again. The Drycha's in a pretty bad place at the moment, actually, if I'm being completely honest. These units down here aren't doing the best either. They've just blobbed us. Well, I've blobbed myself, to be quite perfectly honest. You give those guys armor. You heal yourself. Well, you tree kin or tree man is doing well. Just go and support Drycha when you can. Okay, I've got no more guys to summon in. Looks like they've got 2 heroes on their way. Where are you? So you're here. Okay, try and take those guys out. You are very low on health. Okay, you're fleeing now. Now you guys just focus on those. All you that have fled, try and help those guys out. Zotes, you... So this isn't going as planned. But it did have us potentially being defeated. So as long as we can survive, I'm happy because I can always rebuild. It's not the end of the world. So this should save Drycha and take out all these units here. Okay, it's done really well. These are all crumbling, which is good. It's got some zombies behind. Zotes, you guys try and kill those. Tree men or treekins try and get involved. So I think this is going well. Okay, those Zotes over there are not in a good place at all. There's not much I can do about those Zotes, unfortunately. You have rallied. I want to help this line over here as well. You take those. Normally you're not in battle and combat. You're actually quite a good unit to have. The others have rallied as well. Yeah, you try and help them. So, you help them. You go for those. I think Drycha's doing well here. There's Treekin. Okay, these are all crumbling, other than these zombies here. Just try and break those zombies. This Zote's doing well as well. Quite surprising how well he's doing. Keep fighting. I don't know why you're trying to run. And you down here, you fight. You try and push in here. We are breaking them slowly, but we are breaking them. Is there any unit around here that needs help? You can heal those. But you're too far away. If you just push in there, and actually, you can heal these guys. That'd be great. Okay, we've got some trees. I think there's some treekin here still fighting on, which is good. These guys have now started crumbling. If I can aim to take out some of these crypt ghouls, they are breaking. So take out those skeletons. Take out those skeletons. Right, these blood knights are doing a number on him. So if I can just call in a... No, it's not worth it. Call in you. And so I think I'm going to lose him to a unit of blood knights. It's a bit annoying. He's normally actually quite a good lord. You guys keep fighting away. Got my tree man here and Drycha. They should just be able to be okay on their own. Just take out some zombies if you can. These great hawks. These Zotes have rallied. Zotes rallying, going straight to help this little band over here. Band of merry men. So at the moment it looks a bit divided. Who's going to win this? They have got a number of heroes. Drycha's pretty injured. The Lord with my hero here is pretty weak. Let's see if he can actually do some damage against this Ghoul King. Ghoul King, I think, can actually kill Drycha. But Tree Man should be okay taking out these skeleton spearmen. So my Tree Man has just rejoined the battle. Let's get him over there. So if I can break both of these cavalry, this would be really, really useful. You need to keep shooting at this ghoul. I need to keep them. I essentially need to wipe them off the battle. One unit not being used, you just get back into the battle. You guys not being used, get back into the battle. Actually, if you get over there, help these tree kin out. I am starting to lose a lot of men, but it is slowly pulling in reinforcements for me, which is good. Right, you guys should take out these blood knights relatively quickly. Ideally, they should ideally be gone by now. Right, how is Drycha doing? So this guy is back in the battle. Use this blade and just use that. You're going to get a lot of friendly fire here. So it looks like we killed one of their lords, one of their heroes, which is really good. Drycha, how are you doing? Not that well, if I'm being completely honest. They do have a load of reinforcements here. Let's see. Drycha, you use... I don't really know what to do here. Use that. They're going to all come towards Drycha, that's for sure. She's obviously the strongest unit we've got. If I can leave my guy back here and get my tree man and Drycha to drop back where I've got some reinforcements, where I've got some troops just here. They're struggling, but if Drycha can get back, that'd be ideal. Before you die, if you can... No, okay, you're off the battle. You guys try and stop all this wave. Actually, you guys doing okay there. The Zotes, where are these? Zotes doing okay. Tree man, you are going to be pretty much my main defense now. Zotes here, you use those on yourself before you crumble. Drycha, can you get out of this fight? Don't really want you in it if I can help it. Okay, they are chasing my big man, my tree man, which is good. Drycha, keep running, keep going. Then, as they run, ideally I can keep all my archers on Vlad himself. My tree men might be able to hold them off. Let's get you guys just to try and attack some of these skeletons. And that is a rout. Annoyingly, I think I did okay. Valiant defeat. It was going to be a valiant defeat anyway, so I thought I could win that. In theory, they didn't kill all any of my units here. But we'll see how many losses. So they took a substantial amount of losses. A lot of their army is destroyed. So if they attack again, I might actually be able to win this if my armies stay together and it's another defense with both of them involved. If not, Drycha should survive this. She could have survived anyway. She was able to retreat. And she was on the edge of essentially movement. So we'll see exactly what happens. So Drycha actually managed to get away. She's got 5 turns until she can replenish. Obviously, I took a lot of their good units out here. So they are also quite weak. If I look at how strong they are, 44. I've gone down to 68. So it was a big hit for me as well. But I'm able to, in 5 turns, my army will be stronger. So I'd have a lot less dryads in my army. So that's obviously good. Dryads are good units, don't get me wrong. However, having a lot of them, you're not going to actually be able to do very much. I'll probably wait till next turn and probably recruit a couple more Tree King. Because I should have enough money to recruit 2 units of Tree King next turn. Tree King are I find they're just all around better than Dryads, but obviously you need the building to increase the number you can hold. But after that catastrophic defeat from the Sylvanians, we will call this episode here. Bet Lord Skrolk's laughing to himself now. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you made it this far, to be quite honest. And have a great day. Peace out.